Hey everyone, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you haven't, be sure to like and sub to the page, and today we're going to be diving into Flash Forward, issue number 4. If you're new to Comic Breakdown, be sure to check out all my other content. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check out issues 1 through 3 of Flash Forward, and without further ado, let's dive in. So diving into this issue, we're met with Wally West, what appears to be having a dream, and it's a dream of him waking up in the morning, and his children Jay and Iris come to greet him and wake him up, all while Linda has prepared breakfast. And this seems so real and so vivid in his mind. And as the children are playing outside, they're ripped away by dark matter. And then in the same instance, we see Wally West coming to or showing up somewhere, but he immediately gets punched in the face. And we find out the one who did this is no other than Super Demon Etrigan. Now this guy's from Earth 13, so presumably Wally is now in Earth 13. Now Super Demon is the last survivor of a magical world of Camelot, and he's the leader of the League of Shadows, which is the defenders of Earth 13. And because of this all happening, Wally's thrown off, with the memory getting punched in the face. And so Super Demon gets the upper hand on him, and Wally tries to explain the reasoning that he's here, but Super Demon just doesn't believe him. And with Super Demon having Wally pinned, we see the arrival of Starfire from the Outlaws of Justice. Now, the Outlaws of Justice come from Earth 32, and you have various superheroes that are pretty much mashed together, like Aquaflash and Bat Lantern, Black Arrow, Lightspeed, Super Martian, Wonderhawk, things of that nature. And so obviously this confuses Wally. He doesn't really understand what's going on. And so Wally starts to have memories of when, earlier in the day when he was in the incursion point, talking to Tempest. And what's happening is we have Earth 13 and Earth 32 that are merging together because of the dark matter. They're essentially trying to fuse these two worlds together, and in doing so, it will end up destroying both Earths because two Earths can't exist in the same place. And so we get an awesome glimpse of a lot of different characters that we don't normally see, like Super Martian, Red Hood, Red Lantern. And while Wally doesn't really want to interfere with all of this, because he wants to stop these heroes, but he really believes that it's just going to cause more confusion than it'll help anything right now, because right now we have two worlds of heroes going at each other. And so Wally phases out of Super Demon's hand in search of the staff that Tempest had gave him. But before Wally's able to reach it, another speedster grabs it, and it's no other than Lightspeed. Now for those that don't know, Lightspeed is Earth 32's speedster, who just also happens to be Linda Park, the doppelganger of Wally West's wife. And at first Wally's overjoyed to see her, like he's super excited, like, oh my god, Linda, I'm your husband. And finds out real fast, gets punched in the face by Lightspeed, and Lightspeed goes to start to ask him questions, but before she even gets the opportunity, Wally grabs her and runs her into the Speed Force. And she's immediately learning that she's not nearly as fast as Wally, like she hasn't even tapped close to his potential. And Wally explains to her, like, these two worlds need to be separated before they destroy each other, and I need that staff. Like, I need your help to do this. I can't do it alone. Help me. And so she agrees to help him and give him the staff, and they bust out of the Speed Force and they start taking on the dark matter all over the worlds. And as we see Wally move at unimaginable speeds, the two worlds separate, and everything seems to be okay for the moment. And after they've finished, we see Wally and Linda have a kind of a romantic moment. Linda is really intrigued by Wally West, wants to learn from him, kind of wants to have like a romantic relationship. And Wally says, there's only one woman in the world for me. Even if you look like her, you're not her. And she leans in to kiss him, and then that's when we see Wally take off. And then Wally arrives at what it seems to be a new planet at first, and he calls out to Tempest, but Tempest doesn't answer. And as Wally looks around, he sees the giant mountain statues of all the heroes who had died during Heroes in Crisis, because of him, essentially. And before Wally can investigate further, he hears a voice called Daddy, and Wally turns and sees that it's Jay and Iris, his children. And before they even get the opportunity to say anything to each other, Iris says that I need you to do one thing, and she says run. And that will be where this issue ends. I am absolutely loving the Flash Forward series. It's taken us to a whole bunch of worlds that we don't usually get to see, seeing heroes on paper, especially things like Earth 32 with the Justice Titans and the Outlaw of Justice and all of those things. Like, I really absolutely love it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you haven't, be sure to like and subscribe to the page, and until the next video.